Here we have the current stock market update for AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker AMC. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, we have the hourly price chart, and we're already starting to see major movements here to the downside. I have not changed this chart in any way in relation to the prior video. I do want to just make it very clear that the prior projections here are playing out exactly as planned. There really are no deviations here away from prior expectations. So, what we can see here is that what we were pointing to here was this attempted support zone coming in right at the 50-period exponential moving average. This is the hourly price chart. So each candle on this price chart represents a 1-hour trading period. These moving averages then also represent hourly trading periods. So this orange line here is the 50-hour exponential moving average. So as we can see here, share prices were attempting previously to find support in this area. And now that we have the GameStop earnings report that has been released yesterday, share prices, the market has sort of made its decision here, and share prices are now crashing lower. So as we can see, these prior movements to the top side are now turning out to be false breakouts to the top side. One thing that I explained in the prior video was that a failure to test this 520 area, roughly 520, we did see actually a spike high into 525, so you could have even seen it there. But failure to test this region would be a significant warning sign for the stock. And if we did start to see share prices turn lower at that point without testing that area, this would be a very ominous signal for this stock. So what we're going to be doing in the rest of this video, short video, is we're going to look at some specific price zones so that hopefully people can identify some profitable trading strategies for AMC going forward. So currently, as things stand, what we're looking at here is a near-term low that comes in at $4.72. I should write that out here, $4.72. So as we can see, we're still slightly off of this prior low. We have not yet breached the prior low, which was generated during let's get an exact date here. This would be September 6th. The September 6th trading session, we did see 466 trade. So we have not yet breached that level. However, if we look at the momentum reading on the indicator here, we can see that overall momentum activity in this stock is now clearly being focused on the downside. We did have an instance previously where we may have seen some rising trend momentum, but what I was suggesting in the prior video was that this is a very steep slope that's on this trend reading. This is the relative strength index that we're looking at here. It's a very steep slope on this reading, and that type of slope generally tends to be unsustainable. What you would prefer to see in most cases would be more of an even, steady rate of momentum. This was a bit extreme and drastic, so I really didn't expect this area to hold. We had already seen some short-term breaches to the downside, and it looks like we're in another one of those environments right now. So overall, the dominant trend momentum, the most influential trend momentum that's controlling the stock at the moment is still in the negative direction. And as we can see, this comes from this momentum started. This would have been roughly August 26, which was when share prices were posting that prior high right around $5.25. So, these price zones all work in conjunction with one another. You do have to take all of these pieces, these are all pieces of a puzzle, and you have to put them all together because they do give you important signals about what is likely to happen for a stock. So, overall, what exactly happened here? Yesterday we did have the GameStop earnings report, and there were positives in the earnings report. It was not completely negative. It was a bit mixed. There were positives and negatives. But the point that I've been making in prior videos is that the market has not been rewarding companies that have been posting strong earnings results. We've seen several examples of this, and I know talking about Nvidia and Broadcom seems a bit disconnected or unrelated, but it's not here because I'm not trying to compare these two companies. I'm not trying to say they're in the same industry or anything like that. What I'm saying is that the broader market is not rewarding companies that are releasing strong earnings reports. So this has happened with Nvidia. This has happened with Broadcom. Both those companies had very strong earnings, and the stock collapsed after those earnings. It was not, it was not a favorable situation at all. So my question in the prior videos was, what is going to happen to GameStop, even in the event that we do see a positive earnings report? Is the market going to buck the trend and pay special attention to GameStop and send share prices higher, or are we going to follow this broader trend and continue to punish stocks even though they might be posting strong earnings? And then, even worse, what's the nightmare scenario? What happens if GameStop reports negative earnings? And then by extension, what happens to AMC if those scenarios unfold? These stocks tend to be highly correlated, which means they tend to trade in sympathy with one another. A positive day for GameStop tends to be a positive day for AMC, and vice versa. So, you know, situations where we're seeing, massive, greater than 10% drops in GameStop, clearly that's going to have some sort of negative effect on AMC as well. There are many people that are trading both stocks. So, these were all issues that were telegraphed in advance, situations that could have been seen in advance. And it's unfortunate because even during this rally higher, we were seeing people just clickbait constantly, which of course is all that really happens with these stocks. And that's really the only reason that I focus on these stocks. Normally, I don't focus on these stocks. I have a trading room. We have we have much better trades, much more profitable trading ideas. These are designed for beginners. Anybody can get into that trading room and take those exact same trades. These aren't lessons. These are actual trades with stop losses, entry points. Yeah, I try to idiot proof it as much as possible. These are designed for beginners, and it's impossible to get it wrong, basically, because the entire trade is laid out. But there are plenty of other stocks to trade in the market. And I would normally be focusing on those. But the reason I focus on this stock is because there's just so much clickbait out there, and it is sucking people into these positions at the wrong levels. The stock starts to move higher. We get above this $5 mark. And now everybody on the platform is saying that we're going to the moon and the short squeeze is here. And Roaring Kitty is going to become CEO of GameStop or whatever the nonsense, idiotic, untrue story was. So, hopefully this works as a lesson. There were lessons here to be learned, and hopefully that becomes the valuable experience here, even if there are specific trading losses in these individual positions. So here is the current stock market update for AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker AMC. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.